Hey, welcome to Classic Performance, and this is part 2 of the Craigslist Barn Find C5 Corvette. We've got her all cleaned up, and as I told you and as I promised, we're going to get rid of these Michelin tires on the back, these old Michelin tires, the best way possible, and that's to recycle them as much as we can right back into the environment. So that's right where they came from. So anyway, we'll give you a quick look around the C5 here, and we have got it all cleaned up, buffed out. The damage in the front's gone. The damage on the side, that big white mark, that is gone. The car absolutely came out spectacular. And what we'll do is we're going to give you a little look back as to what I had to do to get the paint in this condition. So let's go back and take a look, and I'll show you how we got the damage out of it and how we got this thing cleaned up and just looking like a gem. One of the things we're going to try to correct here today is this scuff mark, if you can see it. We've got some damage right here. I don't know if it's into the paint or not. We've got that, and then we've got right up here on the mirror, we've got another mark. So we're gonna take our Rupus buffer, orbital buffer, as you can see right here in the reflection. We're going to take this buffer and see if we can work that out. So amazingly enough, our Rupus took this right out. We'll go ahead and wipe this panel down a little bit, and you can see the reflection that's coming out in this just from a foam pad, medium foam pad, a little bit of cutting and buffing compound. So our mark here is gone. Come up here to the mirror, buff this off right here, and that mark is gone too. So we're gonna go ahead and go over the whole car, and we'll be back with the finished product. Now we've got a little situation of damage right here on the front. Something scuffed this, and it's rough, and that's not going to buff out. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some 1500 sandpaper, wet dry sandpaper. You soak that in a little bit of water with some foam. We're going to switch from the foam fine finishing pad over here to the coarse wool finishing pads. We're going to take the coarse, we're going to sand it, we're going to then try to buff it out with the coarse wool pad. So let's go ahead and do a little sanding. Now normally you would sand with a sanding block, but I'm just going to see if we can knock this down and smooth it out just quickly like this. This bumper would probably have to be replaced. Not replaced, but repainted, because it just has a lot of road rash and stuff on it. But and it's kind of milky because that's the clear coat. You're not sanding the paint. You're on the clear coated surface. So we're going to keep sanding, and I could feel it kind of smoothing out a little bit. Like I said, this is just 1500 sandpaper. So there you go. We've sanded that with 1500. Like I said, this is the clear coat right here. It's white because it's clear. So we'll clean that off, and it's not going to have any shine to it now because it's been sanded with sandpaper. So you can see how dull that is. So we're going to do that. We're going to hit it with the Rupus again and the wool pad to cut a little bit quicker and see what it looks like. Okay, we're done buffing with our wool pad. We still got the buffing haze on there, and let's just wipe this off and go with our reveal. And if you look, you can see a little mark here still, but that is just about perfect. And I mean, from whatever that is, a foot away, it looks great. We did the whole front bumper, cleaned it up. We'll keep going over the whole car and show you here what it looks like in a minute. And if you're wondering what product I'm using a product, a Sonax, S-O-N-A-X brand. It's from Germany, a Sonax brand cutting, buffing compound. There's all kinds of different ones you could look through, and there's a rating down here for the cut and the polish. So anyway, it's about a number 4 cut and number 6 on the polish. And this thing is getting so slick, you set the bottle there, it just glides right off. So we're coming along nicely with the Sonax product, the Rufus buffer, the foam, and the wool pads. You know, it's crazy how just a little bit of buffing can go a long way if you use the right product, the right equipment, and just take your time. So we're just finishing up the C5 Corvette here. We've gone all the way around the whole car. Absolutely spectacular how this thing is looking. I mean, you just wipe it down with a microfiber towel, and it is absolutely coming along beautifully. So we are going to do a little bit more work, and then we'll have the reveal, I guess. And the one thing you always want to not forget is all the door jams in here with all the crud and the dirt. You can clean the outside of the car, but you still got all this stuff in here. So you want to be sure and get your door jams. Don't forget your door jams. I've got all these done. I'll get the back done, and I think that's going to be about it. We got those old dog beds out of there and all the kinds of junk that was inside this car. But yeah, the C5 is running great. No check engine lights or anything like that. We'll do a little second gear pull here. So she really moves out. I mean, for an old car, you got to think this is a 22-year-old vehicle, you know, and for it to perform like it does today, which I'm going to shift from my other hand here, is really pretty impressive. I mean, this is a light car. It's not the weight of a Hellcat. It's not the weight of a GT350. So you don't need that much horsepower to achieve the same performance. So if you're looking for a car that you want to have some fun with and that performs, and this car will get 30 miles to the gallon on the highway with the 6-speed. Look at a C5 Corvette. I don't think you'll be too disappointed. And there's a lot of little things that can go wrong with them over time, just like any other vehicle. But so you might want to take a look at a C5 Corvette. They're a lot of fun. So we're here in second gear, third gear, fourth gear, and then you got your fifth over here, and all the way back here is sixth. So we'll put this thing in sixth gear, and it's crazy. Take a look at the RPM. We're going about 53 miles an hour, and we're only turning what, 1100 RPM. So that's where you get your fuel economy. You're turning 1100 RPM at about 55 miles an hour. This thing is just loafing along, barely above idle, going down the road. So this is part 2 of the barn find, Craigslist barn find C5 Corvette, and we're gonna keep going with this project. We got some other things in store. The car's a little bit quiet. We definitely want to do something with the exhaust. We might kind of straight pipe it. I think that's next on the list. Give this thing a little bit of sound to make it sound a little bit better. So anyway, if you like classic cars, boats, trucks, airplanes, and Corvettes, and C5 Corvettes, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification button and give us a thumbs up if you like the video. So that's going to do it for now for us here at Classic Performance. Take care and have a great day. As you can see, it's a little smoky in here. We're going through these Michelins just as I promised, and it's a little foggy.